Nights like these are amazing, but what makes them even more amazing is when they're partnered with a really meaningful charity. And really, I have to take my hat off to you, John. You know, partnering with a charity with a night like this is something that just makes it really extra special. The charity that we're partnering tonight with is ICANIWILL. Now, before tonight, I decided to do a little bit of research and I went online to find out a little bit more about this charity. The interesting thing is I could find nothing on there about its founder. So humble is he that he lets the charity speak for itself. ICANIWILL is really a charity about building bridges against the social gap in schools. It's about giving self-confidence to children with special needs. Nolan, who is here tonight, is actually the inspiration behind this charity for our founder, Conan. Conan, who is the founder, currently holds the world record, the Guinness World Record for climbing for kids, climbing 46 kilometers of stairs in 29 hours and 2 minutes. Wow, that is amazing. Give that a round of applause. I would have taken the lift. All right, but you know, it takes a special kind of man to really put his life on the line for something like this. Now, I know you've given me a good round of applause before, but we're going to hear a few special words from Nolan. So I want to hear the loudest applause that you can give. Put your hands together for Nolan.
Obviously, massive thank you to Luke for the amazing introduction. I would have personally taken the stairs too, mate, don't worry. Obviously, massive thanks has to go to John, who's run this and organised this. I guess I'll probably tell you a bit about myself. I'm Nolan, and I'm the first ever paid employee of ICANIWILL. Obviously, I'm super psyched to be here and be amongst all these amazing people. And obviously, a massive thank you has to go out to Conan, who's always believed in me and all that. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Obviously, a massive thank you has to go out to Di, who's in the crowd tonight. With the she's a crazy girl with the photo. Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you, Nolan. So that's a big milestone for us for one major reason. In 2010, Nolan's parents joined Fitness First and signed up to some personal training as a last resort for someone to believe in Nolan. Yet they're both doctors and have the financial means to find him support, yet came to a personal trainer with no experience with anyone with special needs at all. So I took him on and we trained together for 3 days a week. Over the course of 3.5 years, when I first met him, he hid behind his mother and his eyes he couldn't look him in the eyes and they started to welter at the thought of a physical challenge. And to see him now give his first public speaking gig shows you the progress he's had and will continue to have. Over that course of, give him a round of applause. Over the course of the first 3.5 years, or 3 years, he went from training and overcoming physical challenges. Now, nothing I did as a personal trainer is actually what made the difference. It was simply being someone of a closer age to him to believe in him, so he could then believe in himself. And we did that by overcoming physical challenges. Then he decided he wanted to become a personal trainer. And he did work experience with me through the school program. And it's really funny because a lot of parents, when their child first gets diagnosed with special needs, specialists tell them not to expect a certain amount of things from their child. And this is a really common story. One common story was I helped a CRB officer with his child, and he was told that his child would never run more than 80 metres. Yet he now competes in 100 and 200 metre races at school. So over the course with Nolan, I realised that there is a large lack of support for children with special needs from someone who isn't an authority figure, from someone like a mentor. And then I realised I couldn't go around, a 28-year-old, couldn't go around and tell specialists and physios and doctors over the age of 40, I believe what you're telling the parents is creating an uninfluential environment at home. Because they just wouldn't listen to me. But what I did decide is I could start a cause that provides the support I gave Nolan for free. Because when you give birth to a child with special needs, it's very hard for both parents to pursue lucrative careers. So families are financially strained already, so we decided to make it free. And the second challenge I did is now I've got to go against the hardest age bracket for volunteering to try and get them to mentor a child with special needs on a daily basis. So we try to make charity cool and fun for the under 30s to get involved. And the way we do that to become really influential in the school is when we first get to the school, after we've negotiated helping the school and what the program is going to do, we then address the entire school and we get a child with special needs to dunk the principal in jelly. And the reason being is we say, by being involved with a charity like ICANIWILL, you get to do the stuff that you wouldn't normally get to do. We dunk teachers and principals. We dunk politicians. We dunk the Brisbane Lions and the Brisbane Roar, and we've got a few little surprises coming up over the next few weeks. And then what we do is we say, any senior student who signs up to become a mentor of a child with special needs, volunteers to do it, will get free tickets to all of our events and our partnered events. Then the best mentor per term, judged by the children with special needs through a report card system, will get to meet the celebrities at our events and dance on the stage at the concert with the artists. So we're getting through to not only the children who are natural leaders, generally the leaders of the school, but we're getting through to the children who are also tipping down the other edge. Because we're young, cool, got records, do awesome events, we've got a race boat team, and that was donated to us. So we've made charity cool for people to get involved to bridge the social gap. Because at the moment, out of the 4+ million people in Australia living with special needs, more than 80% of them don't feel like they can fit into society at all. Now this all starts at school, because when you're going to school and a child with special needs, they're generally in a different classroom because of learning difficulties. But then that goes out to the playground as well. So our mentor program bridges the gap in the playground, but it also overcomes issues like bullying. Bullying is a big issue for children with special needs. Overcomes that because the school, we bridge the unity within the school, and it becomes more of a unity, but they help each other. The mentor helps the child with special needs because Nolan himself was bullied at school with a child who was constantly tripping him for 6 months. And it took his mate to go, no, this is ridiculous, you have to go to the principal, for him to go to the principal. Had he had a mentor, they probably would have overcome it that week. So it's just another thing that we overcome. Now, because of the current problem with the social gap, when you don't have any self-confidence to fit into society, that gets worse as we get older, as we all know. Our confidence, our self-doubt grows as we all get older, let alone a child with special needs. So what do you think the chances, if they didn't fit in at school, are of them even having the courage to go and try and get a job and work in a social interaction? It's very low. So you're becoming more of a burden on your parents as well. So that's why more than 60,000 people today will be sleeping on the streets with special needs. More than 60% of our homeless have special needs, and it's another thing that we want to overcome. We want to change the fact that more than 80% don't feel like they can fit in. We want to change the fact that more than 60% are on our homeless, and we can do that by bridging the gap at a school age. And we can do that by making charity cool. So another reason I'm so grateful to have this partnership here with UBERMEN is because to be involved with an event like this is another thing that we can take to the children at schools and say, look at the partners that we have. Major fashion labels and models are supporting a cause and getting behind it. So that's influencing the children more. Every partnership that we do, dunking the Lions, it's not just about getting in the papers and on the news, because awareness is one of our biggest things. It's again, we take every partnership and every event that we do and we take it back to the children to influence them to get involved. So that's why I'm so grateful for this. We are always looking for more partnerships, more opportunities to raise awareness, more opportunities to make being involved with charity cool for the under 30s. Like I was saying before, they are the least age bracket of people that volunteer, and we need to change that. We've only been around for 2 years. Last year we grew 2,000% alone, and that's judged on children that we're helping. We go to schools, we help them on a weekly basis for no charge at all, and each program does cost us $5,000 a year, but we never wanted money to get in the way of us making a difference and helping the children and the families in need. So we decided to do it for free, So we're always looking for those donations, but again, it's the partnerships that make us more influential to the age bracket of under 30s. So if you've got any friends or family and you want to share the cause, or anyone that might be keen, please let us know. It's ICANIWILL.com.au and at ICANIWILL Australia on all social media. I want to thank you so much again for this opportunity to talk and help us raise awareness. Thank you.
Thank you, Conan. Well, we've always wanted to connect with a charity organization, and ICANIWILL, we've researched online many charities. We feel we were touched by what Conan does. So I'm proud to announce that tonight's proceedings, from all the purchases, 15% will go for a good cause to ICANIWILL. For Conan to do more amazing things and help individuals like Nolan join the community, be a positive contributor, and we don't leave them alone. The numbers were amazing. In a way, it was sad to hear the numbers. We need to help. Thank you.
No, thank you.